right, here we got Pete Rose, arguably, and it might be a horrible argument, the best hitter to ever play the freaking game of baseball.
I just got the most hits.
Oh man,
There's been a lot of great hitters.
There's a lot of great hitters, but you were one of a kind. They came and played the game, man.
Well, you know, I could hit from both sides of the plate.
Yeah.
I was, let the people know, I was a switch batter.
Switch batter?
Not a switch hitter.
I was going to say, what's the
There's
difference
a lot of
there?
difference in a switch hitter and a switch batter.
All right.
Okay, I could bat this way and I could bat that way. So I really thought that was always a big advantage because you always got the breaking ball coming into you.
Coming in, okay. Okay, versus away
There's
from
not
you.
many pitches that go away from a hitter.
Right.
You know, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yep.
But it worked out okay for me, and most of the audience out there that's listening to us talk right now, if you'd ask them, are they left-handed or right-handed? Okay, 70% of them would be right-handed.
Right, correct.
And I got 3,000 hits left-handed and 1,000 hits right-handed. That was the disparity. So you bat a lot more left-handed.
Just because there's so many, again, go back to your 70%.
So many right-hand pitchers. Yeah.
And so therefore you end up hitting more left-handed. When you were growing up, which was your stronger, were you dominantly right-handed? And then
I started when I was 9.
You started when you were 9?
9.
9 years old, okay.
9 years old.
So you started
I don't remember.
Switch batting.
I don't ever remember hitting right-handed off a right-hand pitcher.
Wow, 9 years old.
And I hit twice off left-handed off a left-hand pitcher, and it was Randy Jones and Jim Brewer at the Dodgers.
Okay.
I just couldn't hit them, so I turned the other way to try to hit
the other side of the plate. What made you at 9 years old switch?
Because I had an uncle who was a scout for the Reds.
Right.
And didn't have his greatest success until he became a switch batter.
And you saw
And my dad got together with him. They said, I want him to be a switch batter. And my dad told my Little League coach when I was 9, I want this boy to hit left-handed off of right-handers and right-handed off of left-handers, and he'll never be late to a practice and he'll never miss a game. And he was correct.
That's what he made.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's a unique, man, your career. So many different attributes that you accomplish inside if I look at it. And there's the iconic, I always think about, of course, probably everybody does, the iconic sliding head first into, I think it was third base, was a kind of iconic
or second.
Photo. Or you get them all over. But
I don't recommend going in the home head first because you're sliding into those tools of ignorance, they call them, the catcher's gear. And I would recommend sliding into first head first, only if you're avoiding the tag. Okay. But that was always the easiest way for me to slide. And the older I got, when I got to professional baseball, it seems like every time I slid head first, I got my picture in the paper, so I kept doing it.
It's a great picture, man. You were the original social media person.
Yeah, I mean, how many times you see a guy slide in a second, and his feet and his head's going up in the air, and the ball squirts away from the shortstop or second baseman, and by the time he looks up, it's too late to go to third. But if you're head first, you can see the ball squirt away from the infielder. You get your ass up and go to the next base.
Yeah. It's very true, man. And so many people still slide feet first into second base, third base. It's very, very common.
Well, how do you practice? You hope you have a swimming pool in your backyard. It's the only way you can practice.
The head first slides.
I didn't have a swimming pool. That's why I look like this.
Oh man. You were the first player to ever manage and play.
No, not really. Maybe you're right. Frank Robinson was a manager at one time.
Okay.
And Lou Boudreau for the Cubs was a player manager a long, long time ago.
Okay.
But I don't think that will ever happen again. I'll tell you why. Because when you're a manager, you have to take care of your players.
Yeah.
You have to take care of the media.
Right. The media.
And you have to take care of the game. Okay? So you just don't have enough hours. When I was a player manager, I had to do the batting practice and the infield practice and all that stuff, and I had to take care of the players, and I had to take care of the media.
Right.
It's just too much in a day's time.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah, being both of them. Did the players ever bitch and moan of the lineup when you were manager and player?
Because all you do is you be fair to players.
Yeah.
Okay? Some guys deserve to play every day and some guys don't. And it seems like the guys who don't are the ones that always complain about not playing.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
There's only so many good players. And when I was manager of the Reds for 5 years, 5.5, I saw 32 players get their first hit.
32 different players.
So I believed in young players because what young players give you is enthusiasm. Veteran
Spark.
players give you experience.
Yeah.
But you need enthusiasm too.
Yeah. It makes. I haven't thought about that, but it's so true. When that rookie comes up, they are still all in.
They haven't made the money yet.
Yeah.
They're thinking about it. And you got to lead them in the right direction to where they can make a lot of money.
And they create the spark for your team, the energy burst.
Everything's about one thing, man. You know what that is? Winning.
Winning.
I mean, I have 26 records, major league records, but my best record is I played in 1972 winning games.
Winning games.
That's 254 more than the guy's second, whose name is Carl Yastrzemski.
Wow. I've seen all the records. I didn't even know that one. You've
That's
played
the
more
best one.
winning games than anybody else in baseball.
In history.
Yeah, in
sports.
in all sports combined.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a stat right there. And the second place is 254 behind you.
Yeah, Carl Yastrzemski. He's 17 something.
Wow.
I think I just came 20 some from 2,000 wins.
Yeah.
That's playing 20 years in the big leagues, and your team wins 100 games every year.
Right.
It's pretty hard to do.
That's very hard to do. What gives you that relentless drive to just win?
My dad. That's just a chip off the old block. You know, you go to the ballpark, you bust your ass for 2 hours, you lose, you win, you come back the next day, you bust your ass for 2 more hours.
Yeah.
Because you have to understand, when you're a baseball player, and I played in my hometown, Cincinnati.
Right.
Okay? You're playing for the fans, you're playing for a team, and you're playing for your teammates. That's why, if you cheat any one of those, you're cheating the game. You have to try to win.
Yeah.
Nobody can win every day.
Right.
Okay, but you can try.
Yeah.
And you know, when I think about the teammates I had, okay, I'm gonna give you teammates I had at one time or other in my career.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Catcher Johnny Bench, third baseman Mike Schmidt, Barry Larkin, Joe Morgan, Tony Perez, only Cuban ever to make the Hall of Fame, Frank Robinson, Andre Dawson, Tim Raines, left-hand pitcher Steve Carlton, right-hand pitcher Tom Seaver. What do they all have in common? They're all in the Hall of Fame. They were my teammates.
That is a lineup.
I couldn't even make that lineup.
That is a lineup of players, and they were all on your team
at one time or another.
At one point or another.
Yeah.
You played with all those guys.
Yeah.
Out of those, which one was your favorite one you enjoyed playing with?
Joe Morgan.
Joe Morgan.
Tony Perez. I've been knowing Tony Perez 62 years. I got out of high school in 1960. 2 days later, I signed with the Reds. I joined Geneva, New York to play for the Geneva Reds. They had a second baseman was two months out of Cuba, and his name was Tony Perez. I ate with him about a month and a half ago in Cincinnati. Now, this is 61 years I know this guy, okay?
Yeah.
I sat there for 2.5 hours and had no idea what he said. He still can't speak English.
61 years ago, you sat there and he was talking for 2.5 hours. You had no clue.
People are very, very good to me. You don't understand? He's the greatest.
First Cuban player.
Oh, man.
And you said the
only Cuban player ever to make the Hall of Fame.
Interesting. That's a very unique stat.
And Joe Morgan was the greatest second baseman ever.
Yeah.
Mike Schmidt was the greatest third baseman ever, and Johnny Bench was the greatest catcher ever. Those are my teammates, ever.
Wow, yeah.
In the history of the game.
Yeah, history of the game. Those are.
And Frank Robinson was top five player in the history of baseball.
Really?
Oh, he was a great player. I played with him 3 years.
What? Obviously, I know him. Huge, great. One of the greatest. My brain probably never just said top 5. What makes your brain say top 5 for him?
For Frank?
Yeah, for Frank.
Well, first of all, we traded him in 1966, okay, from the Reds after the 65 season. You know what he did?
What?
He went to the American League and won the Triple Crown. Oh, he's just a 500 home run guy and a great player, fundamentally sound player.
Yeah.
Frank was the best. I mean, Frank was the best.
Wow.
And he was a great teammate. I was a kid when I met Frank Robinson in the big leagues.
Obviously, as a hitter, you faced some of the greatest pitchers out there. Which one did
Koufax.
That was the one you wanted? Or
no, I couldn't hit Koufax at
it?
this table. you remember a guy named Warren Spahn?
Yes.
I got 17 for 32 off him.
Okay, that's
580.
Okay, high, 580, okay.
You know, I give you some stats. I hit 307 off Bob Gibson.
That's a heater.
I hit 296 off of Nolan Ryan.
Okay, heater.
I hit 342 off of Juan Marichal.
Okay.
I hit 175 off of Sandy Koufax.
Is that because...
I hate Sandy Koufax.
Now, that was also your right-handed side because he was lefty.
I know.
So you're on your right side.
But he
versus
had
your
a
left.
curveball would drop off the table. He had a good fastball. Every time he went out there, he had a chance to pitch a no-hitter.
Yeah, every time he pitched.
Yeah. And then you face a guy like J.R. Richard from Houston. Now here's a guy, 6'9".
Yeah.
He's got a 92 mile an hour slider,
Yeah.
a 99 mile an hour fastball, and he didn't like white guys. So how am I going to hit him?
Good luck, man. Good luck.
How am I going to hit him?
Good luck. Would you, in your career, did you like hitting the fastball, the curveball, changeup? Which one did you?
No, I like to hit ones that were this big
big
around.
fat ones, the big
The
fat
ones
ones.
you don't like to hit are them buffering. Those ones that look like buffering.
Yeah.
It didn't matter because, like I said, I was a switch batter, so the breaking ball didn't bother me.
Okay.
You know, and it don't matter what you like to hit. A good pitcher's going to go with his best stuff to try to get you out.
Yeah.
You got to remember now, you're interviewing a guy right now. Now, I made 10,000 outs.
As a batter.
9,800 outs.
Failed attempts.
That's a lot of frickin' outs.
Yeah.
But I got
Yeah.
4,000 hits.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed making the outs because it gave me the opportunity to get the hits.
Okay. Talk to
Baseball is the only sport that we play. Think about this. It's the only sport you play where you're successful if you're 3 out of 10.
Correct. It's a crazy stat. If you fail 7 out of 10 times,
You go to the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Well, most guys.
right.
Most guys.
It's a crazy stat because it's one of the rare sports that if you are one of the greatest of all times, you will fail 7 out
Tom
of 10
Brady,
times.
if he completes 3 out of 10,
He's
if
done.
LeBron James,
Done.
Michael Jordan
They
hit
don't
3
play.
out of 10,
They don't play.
we're not buying their jersey.
No, we don't even know their names probably.
Right.
And then in baseball, you can fail
Right. 7
out of 10 times, and you go to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
The hardest thing to ever do is hit a baseball, you say. More
Well,
than any other
anybody can hit a
sport.
baseball, but you got to hit it square. You take a round bat, you got a round ball, and the object's to hit it square.
Hit it square.
Figure that out.
Over oddly shaped field. I don't know
Yeah.
what a diamond,
No.
a diamond,
Yeah.
a diamond they call it. What would you tell the kids that are coming up today? You see a lot of these kids that the parents are just pushing these
Yeah.
kids nonstop. Travel. They're 10 years old.
Well, I'm real good friends with the Cincinnati Reds doctor, Dr. Krenchek.
Okay.
And he says a lot of these fathers today are getting their 12, 13, 14-year-old kids Tommy John surgery
Yeah.
because they're stronger after the surgery.
Right.
So they throw harder after they get a certain age and go
Insane.
get the surgery.
Yeah.
That's how involved these people are with. And if you can be a baseball player, a football player, a baseball player,
Yeah.
I choose baseball.
Right.
One, because of longevity.
Right.
Okay. Two, we got the best pension fund in the world. And three, I played 24 years. You know any football player played 24 years? You know any basketball player? You know any hockey player?
No.
Well, maybe Gordie Howe. I remember I did an appearance with Gordie Howe one time in Japan. And he was a funny sonbuck too, okay? And he told me, he said, Pete, he said, when I played, I didn't wear a mask, I didn't have a helmet, I didn't wear a mouth guard. And he said, I could never figure out, why did kamikaze pilots wear helmets?
Yeah. Why do they have?
And I couldn't answer that
and
question.
a seatbelt on.
Yeah. Why do you have a seatbelt on? He's going into a ship. I said, Gordie, I don't know. I can't answer that question.
What would you tell the kids coming up right now? What should they if they want to try to pursue their career? What should
Follow
they
your
focus
dream,
on?
man.
Follow the dream.
Bust your ass. Be the first one in the ballpark, the last one to leave.
Yeah.
And get fundamentally sound fundamentals, and then just go do it every day. Just try to develop something every day. And everybody, you, me, your cameraman, whoever, we all got expertise.
Right.
Whatever your expertise are, develop them.
What you're
And
great
make
at.
them better and better. If you're a hitter, hit.
Sharpen
If you're a
it.
runner, run. If you're a fielder, field. If you're a boxer, box. If you're a quarterback, be a quarterback. Don't try to be something you can't.
Yeah.
Always work on your shortcomings, but keep your things that you
Focus.
can really do in the forefront.
On what you're great at.
Yes,
Yeah.
because everybody's great at something.
Right. I think you were great at a couple things, man.
Well, I was great at practicing.
Practicing.
I didn't mind. I loved to hit in the cage because I always thought people were watching me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I took it serious when I got
Put
in the
that pressure on
batting cage.
yourself,
I didn't
if you
just get in there and screw around.
Right.
Hit the ball left field, hit the ball right field, hit the ball center field.
Yeah.
You know, getting ready for the game.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
I love it, man.
You got to put the effort in, man.
The effort inside of
Got to
it.
have effort.
Last question I got for you. We talk about I am me, and obviously you're an all-time legend. And when it's all said and done, if people knew you for one word, what would you want people to know you with one word? What would that word be that you want people to remember about Pete Rose?
Well, it can't be in one word. I just want people on my tombstone.
Okay.
I would, and I hope it's down the road.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I would hope it would say, world's greatest winner.
Winner.
Because that's the truth.
Yeah. Who wants to lose, man?
Nobody.
In anything.
Nobody. I lost 1,600 games.
Yeah.
I played 3,500 games.
Yeah.
I batted officially 14,000 times.
That bad.
And had 1,500 walks. So that's 15,000 to 500.
Yeah.
I got hit 110 times. So that's a lot of at-bats.
Yeah.
I led the world, okay, in hearing national anthems.
Guinness Book of World Records for national anthems.
3,558 of them. And when I played in Canada, I had to hear 2 a day.
Yeah, they did 2 of both
of them. Oh, Canada.
Oh, man. So I like the word winner.
Winning.
Winning.
Because let me tell you something, the way it should be. If you're a mom, a dad, an uncle, an aunt, or whatever, and you go watch the kid play,
Yeah.
you should be in a better mood if the kid wins on the way home.
True.
And if you're not, you shouldn't be there.
So I'm assuming then you're probably against all the participation trophies
What?
for all the kids.
I can't spell participation. Are you for that?
No, God no. I think it messes up our. I think it messes up our not just baseball or sport. I think it messes up our society as a whole because. Obviously, I was nowhere near the athlete, but playing a sport, when you lose, it drives you
It should
to say,
hurt.
what did I do wrong?
You
How did I
want it
do
to hurt.
better? Yeah,
Because you get back in that situation,
and
the same thing don't happen.
yeah, you say, how do I fix this? How do I overcome this? And when we don't have that, when there is no score, when there is no, at the end of the game, how do I judge if I, it's crazy.
There's a couple of things I like to emphasize to people, okay? One of 2 things. You can be a winner, you can be a loser.
Yeah.
You can be positive, you can be negative.
Yeah.
I would prefer a winning, positive person
Sure.
as opposed to a losing, negative person.
Yeah.
Because that's like having cancer.
Yeah.
You got a negative person on your team, it's like having
it's
cancer.
a disease. Yeah. Spreads.
Spreads like a wildfire.
You literally have to cut it out, just like you do
Absolutely
with cancer.
right.
You have to cut
Absolutely
it out.
right.
Yeah, you cannot try to coach that person and have them have a good attitude. Like if you're an adult now and you don't have a good attitude on the team, like we got to move on.
If you don't have a good attitude in business, you don't make good money.
Yeah, I've had to fire people. I'm gonna fire probably both these camera guys later for bad attitudes. Pete, man, it's been.
What are they doing? They're not doing nothing.
Exactly. That's why I said I know why I pay them.
Turn the thing on, let it roll.
I have a monkey do this stuff right here. You know what I mean?
As long as you keep talking.
Oh man.
And you really didn't ask me 5 questions.
I know it. Brian said that you love to share, and he was right, man.
I always got along with people like you in the business because I make your job easier.
You do, yeah.
I don't want to sit here and say, well, what are you doing?
No, yes,
Nothing.
no, right.
When are you going to do tonight? Nothing.
Yeah.
You got to answer the fucking question. Yeah. Okay, you ask me a question, I'll answer it.
I think it goes back to you like to win, though. And so when somebody asks you a question, you want to answer
Why
it the
do
best
I
way
like
you
to
can.
win? Because I did it more than anybody.
Yeah, you have more experience of winning than anybody else. And national anthems. Both of those. That's a lot of national anthems that you've heard.
A lot of them. One year I heard 2 of them. I played for Canada.
Oh, man. Pete, I appreciate it.
And I never
man.
did figure out the goddamn words to the national anthem. That's how dumb I am.